In urban farming, there are more than one thing to sense. However, there are limited sensors that connect to a cloud dashboard.
This is an urban farm. It's parked on the rooftop of an HDB car park.
At AbyFarm, we are strong believers of using innovative technologies to solve challenging problems and limitations of agricultural farm in Singapore. The spark came from, hey, we have been helping farmers overseas, in our neighboring countries like Sarawak, Indonesia. Why not look at our own local market right now? Singapore needs to be more reliant inward to actually have our own produce for the next generation to be more self-sustainable.
The farm, which has a school and high-rise homes as its neighbours, produces a healthy stock of fruit and vegetables.
小白菜, chai sim, kailan, bayan spinach. And we do have Japanese Fujisawa melons and microgreens such as your mustard and fenugreek growing as well. I would say I have two favorites. One is 小白菜, and for fruits-wise, I would say I'm very excited for our Japanese melons because we do see it blooming even right here in Ang Mo Kio site right now.
And what makes it all possible for this young farmer and her partners? It's not a green thumb, but IoT.
So this is our vertical farming growing rack. We do have IoT sensors in place here as well in order to ensure optimal growing conditions for our plants. So if you can take a look here, there is a light sensor to tell us what is the light intensity right now that the grow lights are giving to the plants. And we have an air temperature and humidity sensor to ensure that the temperature and humidity levels are in optimal range. Over here is our centralized on-site panel where you can take a look at the EC and the pH levels. And if any of the EC or pH levels are not in optimal range, it will trigger this doser for nutrients to be automatically added into the mixer tank right at the bottom of our rack. At AbyFarm, we are heavy users of IoT to ensure optimal environment to produce high-quality crops with no pesticides. Because of our IoT and automation technology in place, we leave our produce untouched from germination all the way to ready for harvest. And this means that the whole thing is actually taken care by our system. It's very clean and it saves us at least 28 man-days just on the effort required to take care of the plants daily as compared to traditional farming. In urban farming, there are more than one thing to sense, and there are specialized farming sensors around the world available. However, there are limited sensors that connect to a cloud dashboard. SPTel IoT solution can link to our cloud database as well as seeing on their cloud dashboard in a real-time basis. So this also allows us to connect to different farming specialized devices by different providers, all connected to a single platform in SPTel IoT as a service. So all these data are collected in terms of unit measurements, and these data are transported to the centralized on-site system through LoRaWAN network, and thereafter it will be synced up to the cloud database and application for AI data analytics as well as our farmers to remotely monitor what the sensors are showing right now. When we started AbyFarm, we are looking into IoT technology to help us to sense the data. SPTel is a very strategic partner for us because they came and let us know that, hey, we do have a ready IoT as a service solution for you that you can quickly implement into your farm. And it will not only save time, but it also help us to save costs for the capital outlay compared to when we're doing it ourselves. We are able to save at least $100,000 and 4 to 6 development time for a brand new IoT technology solution.
Working with them on POC, proof of concept, or for trials, and to bring in solution like in the world of IoT, linking that back into how they can automate their operational process. I think these are some of the things that we can do.
IoT is important because you can control how your farm will produce. And with such a control by the system that is sometimes even better than a human managing a farm, we are able to produce high-quality crops and good, fresh-tasting vegetables and fruits for our locals here in Singapore. So at AbyFarm, we are looking into innovative technology and to train up the next agri-technologies, agri-farmers, urban farmers that really knows not just the farming but also technology side in order to help achieve 24/7 unmanned self-regulating farms. And this will enable farming industry to even increase in crop yield at a faster rate and being unmanned.